What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Rivals Punisher figure. Now, I got this for, I think, 20 bucks, so I was like, I'll take a look at it. I had like a $10 off coupon or whatever from Target, but I love this figure, but there's some stuff that frustrates me just slightly. But other than that, I do think I will be going after this entire way just to have a cool Marvel Rivals display. I do play the game quite a bit, so I think it's cool that we're getting physical action figures from the designs of that game. But first off here, the sculpting looks fantastic. I believe this is an all new sculpt from top to bottom, and it's absolutely fantastic. They packed a lot of detail in here. Head sculpt here for Frank looks absolutely fantastic. Got a nice sheath here. You got your grenades right here that are all painted, which looks really nice. Brings out some color up here. This chest piece, which is a rubber overlay over the torso here. So if you wanted to, you could probably take this off. And you can see all that detail there. All that padding and all that other stuff there. Even the shirt here is textured. Even down below, if you look, it's textured. All these buckles are painted. They hit a lot of, but then it didn't paint back here, which is, typical Hasbro. But then you go down, and everything else is nicely painted. Beautiful sculpt. The proportions look fantastic. Nothing looks too big or bulky on the character. Let's quickly go over the articulation, which he has some good articulation, but I do think he's lacking in one super important aspect of it. So first up here, if you pop off the head here, possibly, if I remember right, it is a ball joint, or it's a dumbbell joint there, so come on. There you go. So he can look up just slightly. He can bury his chin. He has a little bit of tilt. Arm can go out. That far, that's with the shoulder pads on. About the same without them. There's a bicep cut there, which is a floating piece here. So if you were to pop the joint here, this would come off. This has an independent motion. Single elbow, which is, I think, a little disappointing. But I'm assuming they didn't really want to break the sculpt up too much here. And then up and down for a trigger finger hand on this hand. And also on this hand as well. I do think, though, they could have threw in... I think they could have threw in a butterfly joint in there somewhere. Because I do feel like he is severely lacking in that department. For the torso here, you can go back that far. You can crunch pretty nicely. And then rotation, you can do all kinds of movement. And then I believe there's even a rotation down here at the waist. Yep, you can see there's the cut there. So that will rotate as well. So you have all kinds of nice movement up here in the torso. Leg can kick out really nicely. Oh, is that a drop down? Oh, I just learned something new about this figure. Looks like they have drop down hips on this figure, which I was not expecting. I've been messing with this for a little bit, and I guess I have never really paid attention to that, so kicks out pretty far. And like you saw, it kicks out that far, but then you can drop it down. And it'll kick out just ever so slightly more. He has a double knee. Can go practically all the way. There's also a thigh cut there that is hidden by the straps, which is a nice feature. There is a boot swivel as well. And then The foot can go all the way back, goes all the way forward, and then there is some rocker. So there is a lot of great articulation for this guy. You can get him into any pose you wish. Articulation for him is kind of crazy. But I still think he could have used a butterfly, especially with the accessories. Let me get him. So for accessories here, comes with his rifle from the game. Nicely sculpted. A little bit of paint with the gold and the silver. Looks really, really good. And that can just slot into his hand super easily. Whoops. Dropping stuff everywhere. Pop that back in. Oh, come on. Thing is, there we go. There we go. That's a lot better. Then he comes with his shotgun as well. And then he comes with an alternate angry scream face, which looks absolutely fantastic. That has a great looking sculpt. I think the hair is pretty much the same. Yeah, the hair looks exactly the same. So it's just a different head sculpt. I guess they could have did a faceplate if they wanted to, but kind of glad they didn't. Then he has one grab hand here. And then he has one fist, which bothers me. And I don't know why he really needs a fist, because he can't really punch in the he can't punch in the game. So, and then for some reason I thought he had a knife. Been messing with this figure for a little bit. I feel like he had a knife though. I might be tripping. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he had a knife because his melee attack in the game is he uses a knife. And then there's also effect pieces, and those obviously will just slot into wherever. Just like so. Looks cool. Now, where my gripe really comes into play is when you're trying to pose him up with the rifle. Because in the game, he holds it two-handed. Obviously, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, if you're just buying this because it's a kick-ass Punisher, which I agree it is, then maybe this won't be a problem for you. But he cannot really hold it as well as I would want him to. It looks a little goofy in my opinion. Because because in the game he runs with it just like that, honestly. But you can't get his shoulder that far. But other than that, you can get him into any pose you want. And you can make him look like a badass doing it. He looks great. It's a great looking figure. That butterfly for me almost kills it. Almost kills it. But everyone's mileage will vary. But I do think he looks like he's a fantastic sculpt. I am very interested to see how the other Marvel Rivals figures are. And I think this will look like a really good display. Quickly, here is the Maximum Thor. You can see how much taller he is. He is slightly bent, but you guys get the point. And here's that Dark Avengers Hawkeye. Obviously not Marvel Rivals scaled or in the same realm, but great. It's a great figure overall. Thought there was a toe joint for some reason, but that would not make any sense. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Next video will be Maximum Thor. Peace out.